What's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in. Today we are coming to you from Silver Springs State Park in Ocala, Florida. This is a park that we visited quite a few years ago. We have an old video on our channel from our last stay here. It was a long time ago, long before we were full-time. We were just camping on the weekends, and it's been a long time since we visited this park. This place is awesome. It's only gotten better since then, so we want to give you an updated look at this campground. So Silver Spring State Park is actually broken up into two different areas. So you have the camping section that has two campground loops, cabins, it has some trails, and then you have the actual Silver Springs Park area that is run by the state now. That is a separate area. So you have to go out of the park and then go up to the actual Silver Springs Park where they have glass bottom boat tours, they have kayak rentals, they have the clear bottom kayaks that you can kayak all through the springs. That's the most common place that people see all the monkeys. We've probably all seen videos of the monkeys at Silver Spring State Park. That's where they're most commonly seen, is over in that section. But we're getting ready to go for a walk around the two camping loops, show you guys the camping area, and let me tell you something. We're in site 51, and these pull-through sites are some of the largest we've ever had. I'm going to start off by giving you a look at our site, site 51. This site is a pull-through, and you can see, I mean, I've got the truck parked here, and I've got all this space in front of it. You have a huge camping area, and the site on this thing is so big. And then show you behind the trailer. I mean, you could put two campers in here. I mean, there's enough room here for like a whole other camper, especially if you moved up. They could have definitely, you know, made these two back-end sites or something like that, but instead they opted to give you just one really huge pull-through site. So the pull-through sites are fantastic. So as you're coming from the guard shack, it's about a mile back to the camping area, and the first loop that you get to is Sharps Ferry, sites 1 through 30. So we'll go show you those. So Sharps Ferry is broken up into two different sections. So sites 1 through 15 to the right, 16 through 30 to the left. So we'll start at 1 through 15. So we start right here at site 1. Site 2 is another one of the big pull-throughs, not as big as the one we're in on the other loop. And site 3, site 4, site 5 is also a pull-through. So all these sites are plenty big enough to get really any kind of rig in. Some really big sites here. I mean, you can see how big these middle pull-throughs are, the ones that are on the left side of the loop. They're huge. So really easy access for really any size rig. This is site 8. I'm going to pull through, so you can see just how far that thing goes. Massive. So now we go to the other side of the loop, which is site 16 through 30. And some of the sites here are full hookup. In the description, I'll leave a list of the sites that are full hookup. You can see there's some really big rigs in here. It's real popular for larger RVs just because the sites are huge. They're easy to get into, just super easy access. See, 16 is a big pull-through site. 17 is a big back-end site. Site 19 is a big back-end site. It's right across from bathhouse. 20 is one of their ADA sites. And you can see that even though the sites are huge, they're really spread apart, and there's just a ton of privacy in between them. Even in the middle in between the pull-throughs, there's a lot of privacy in between the sites. There's 24, big back end site. So the only thing I wish they would do differently, if you look between these sites, you can see how it's all cleaned out. The ground cover's all cleaned out, but maybe they're working on it. But in between a lot of the sites, there's a lot of down tree limbs, a lot of down trees. We've seen some limbs hanging over the sites that probably should be removed. Some of them are just kind of dangling there. There's one in our site that you definitely wouldn't want to park under because it's broken off and it's way up high. But other than that, this is an awesome park. You can see site 27. There's nobody in this one, so I'll show it to you. So 27 is just huge. You got these super nice trees. It's super shaded. So just a really nice site with incredible privacy. I mean, you're not stacked in here on top of each other. So we're a big fan of this park, and we definitely would have it on the list to come back to spend some extra time. We're only here for just an overnight, so we're leaving today. Yesterday we went down to the other section, the separate section of Silver Springs. Did a boardwalk trail down there to see if we will get lucky and see any of the monkeys. We did not see any. So while we walk over to the loop that we're on, I'll just let you know that there is no swimming area here at Silver Springs, so there's no swimming. But again, they do have kayak rentals, canoe rentals that you can do from the other section of the park. So on the way back to the loop that we're on, I'll go ahead and show you guys this cabin area back here. No pets allowed in the cabin area. The cabin's here. This is cabin 1. Really nice shaded loop back here. Looks like an ideal place to spot wildlife. Here's cabin 2. So you have 4 parking spots here right out front of the cabins. Really nice cabin area. Unlike some of the parks where the cabins are kind of just along the side of the road or not really in a separate loop by themselves, these really give you more of a woodsy feel, more of an, being in nature. I don't know what the inside of the cabins are like, but here's cabin 3. But if the outside is any indication, big huge wraparound porch screened in, so which is pretty important in Florida. Try to keep the bugs and mosquitoes out of there while you're sitting outside enjoying the evening. Cabin 4. Cabin 5. Again, 4 parking spots, big wraparound porch. This is a really nice area back here. I'm gonna come up to cabin 6. This one's ADA accessible. Cabin 7. So all the cabins, I don't know if they're all exactly the same, but from the outside, they all look pretty much the same, other than the ADA accessible cabin. It doesn't have any stairs going up the entry to the porch. Is ground level, so you can roll a wheelchair or a mobility scooter or something like that in there. And here's 8. Cabin 9. Cabin 10. And that's it. So at the end of this loop, it comes out all the way up by the little historic village, and the museum that's up here. So we're gonna go show you the loop that we're camping on, and then we'll come up and show you that area. All right, now we're down to the Fort King loop, which is where we are. I showed you our site, which is site 51, but these are sites 31 through 59 back here. I apologize if my voice doesn't sound the best. I've been battling a bit of a bug for the last couple days, but we were only here for one night and we actually leave today. But I wanted to get a video of this campground and of this park because it's definitely one of the nicest spread out and kind of unique Florida State parks that we've ever been to. Sites 31 through 46 will be to the right. And again, I mean, I've said it 100 times, but 31, massive back end site. I mean, the sites are so wide, they could have easily made a lot of these sites into multiple sites. But I really love the fact that they just made them one big site, gave you a lot of privacy in between, instead of trying to capitalize and just squeeze the maximum amount of campers in here that they could. So 33 is here where this little E-Pro is. And we come up to 34, and believe it or not, 34 is actually one of the smaller back end sites, and it's still huge. I mean, look how big that site is, and that's one of the smaller ones. So they have cleared out a lot of this area, so I feel like they're working on getting all this dead and fallen limbs out of here. It is a big undertaking to do, but you can see we've got a fallen tree here, fallen tree in between here that needs to come out. So it does look like they're working on it, because I have seen areas where it's more cleaned out. So once that's all wrapped up, man, this place will be in tip-top shape. It's like 36, super private. You just back right up in there, easy to back into. The road is super wide, so really, really easy to back into. It's like 38. This is a little unique. So this is site 40 and 41, and this is kind of like a buddy site. So we have 40 right here, so you would have to, it's really short, so maybe more ideal for like a really short, like 16-foot camper, because you have to back down the little side road here, back into the spot, and then you have 41 right there beside it. So not probably more set up for like tents or really short campers that you could get in there. And then the bathhouse is just right on the other side there. And there's site 46. And that's the end of this loop. So now go over to the loop that we're on. I'm not showing you every single site, because honestly, there's really not a tremendous difference. All the back end sites, as you can see from the ones I've shown you, are incredibly wide. They all have shade. They're all easy to get into. I mean, this is one of the few campgrounds I think that we have ever stayed at where there are literally absolutely no bad sites. Nothing sketchy trying to back in, or weird pull-throughs, or nothing like that. I mean, the last few Army Corps of Engineer videos that we did, you know, I pointed out some spots where, you know, it may be labeled as a pull-through, but not really usable as a pull through. Definitely not the case at Silver Springs State Park. They've done a phenomenal job laying out all these camping loops. So now we head over to sites 47 through 59. So all the sites on our left are going to be big pull throughs. To the right, also pull throughs. 48 is one of the full hookup sites. Again, I'll leave a list of all the full hookup sites in the description of the video. '49. This is the entry into our site, 51. This is the same bathhouse we showed you from the other side of the loop. Super conveniently located right in between the two loops. Site 53 is an ADA site, back in. '54 is a pull-through site along the edge out here, so your whole campsite area is very private, faces away from the road into the woods. A really nice site right there. And there's peeking through our site through the trees. 55, another pull through. '57 is a huge shaded back end site. '58 is a big pull through. And then 59 is going to be the last site, and it's going to be a big back end. And like the rest of them, it's a big back end site. Huge site. Alright, so we're back at our site, and that clocked in at 2.36 miles to do both camping loops and the cabin loop. So pretty good walk this morning. Now we're going to take you guys down to the Pioneer Village and the museum. So now we're down here at the Pioneer Village, and there's about 5 school buses in the parking lot, so I would imagine, looks like they do a lot of field trips here. And some classes. So Monday through Friday, 8 to 2. This area is not accessible to the public because of the classes and things that they do out here. And again, this is where the museum is located, but again, Monday through Friday, the museum is not open to the public. It's only open Saturday through Sunday from 10 to 4. But we did go into the museum during our last day, and here's some of the footage from that.
At 12:45 p.m. and arriving at Silver Springs before
Look, this is saber-tooth tiger. And then this is where the river trails start. These go down and take you to a boardwalk out to the trail area. So we'll walk down here a little ways down this trail area. We're not going to do the whole entire trail since we are leaving today, but we'll give you guys a little look at the way this trail starts. And in Silver Springs, really all throughout this area of the park and the separate section, you're going to see these everywhere. And it's basically warnings about the monkeys. Don't mess with the monkeys, don't feed the monkeys. You can get fined. They carry herpes, so that would be pretty terrible to get attacked by one of the monkeys. Not that I've really heard of anybody getting attacked by the monkeys at Silver Springs, but I guess you never know. So just down from the trailhead, you have the swamp trail that goes off to the left, you have the river trail that goes to the right. So river trail is going to be the green markers, swamp trail is the white or gray marker. Alright, so that is going to do it from Silver Springs State Park. Absolutely amazing Florida State Park. Very unique the way it's split up into two separate sections. The glass bottom boat tours over in the other side of the park. They do a great job there on those tours, giving you a great history of that area of the park and how the state of Florida came to own it. So just a fantastic state park with a tremendous amount of history. It's located just outside Ocala, which is still kind of out away from everything. Ocala is not a real busy area, so it's one of the few parts of Florida that's not really busy yet. But just an overall awesome state park, and we can't wait to come back to Silver Springs State Park when we can spend some more time here and go do a little more exploring. We appreciate you guys watching, and we'll catch you guys down the road.